First of all, good afternoon, and I joined my FTSC colleagues in expressing our appreciation for Export for this opportunity. I'm based in Beijing, and then we have another office in Shanghai with Mario Tani. While Beijing is the capital, Shanghai is the financial capital and also the base of a industrial area called the Yangtze River Delta. Farther down south in Guangzhou, we have JP Inigo, and Guangzhou in the province of Guangdong is the industrial powerhouse of China. It is also the most progressive province of China. And in July this year, we reopened our office in Hong Kong. This is very important because, as I will share later on, much of our trade goes through Hong Kong. China is really an important economic partner now. They are our largest export market when we look at both China and Hong Kong data, and it accounts for about 27% of our exports. Our trade with China has recovered. The trade is still negative, but it is decreasing at a lower rate now. So because the China side has fully recovered and they're starting to buy. An important part also of our relationship is that China is becoming a major investment source. This is important because we need to increase our capacities not only to serve the domestic market, but also to export to China. A very important policy in China now is the opening up policy related also to their Belt and Road Initiative. Basically, they're saying we want to open up and we also want to bring in. And in our engagements with both the Chinese government and the private sector, they always tell us that they want to buy more from the Philippines, and this is a good opportunity for us. This shows that our areas of interest, the sectors that we are promoting, converges with the areas that China is also promoting in their relationship with other countries. So if you look at agribusiness, for example, as we develop our agribusiness sector, we want to produce more, we want to sell more. China also wants to import more because their people is now capable of buying the best products from the world. And also they want to secure the supply for this. And so they are not only buying, but they also want to invest in the production and the handling of food from neighboring countries like the Philippines. We have the advantage because we are near. Many of our fresh fruits products arrive in China in still very good condition. And so that is an advantage for us. And so many other sectors open opportunities for doing more business with China. If you look at our trade figures, and this really emphasizes the important role of Hong Kong as a gateway, we can see that about 50% of our trade is to mainland and about 50% goes through Hong Kong. Majority, the bulk of what we export to Hong Kong ultimately goes to China, the mainland. And then if you look at where in China our trade goes, and this is a breakdown, in the Guangzhou area, which is the industrial heartland of China, and because many of the factories there, including electronics, are in that area, about 46% of our exports go there. And then about 33% to Shanghai in the middle part, and the rest goes to Beijing. The share of imports from China is about the same proportion also. Now, I wanted to show this slide so that you can visualize where our markets are really in China. And so on the left top part, we have the provinces or the cities where we do most business in China. Guangdong, again, the powerhouse of the south, is our largest market. And this corresponds also to the province with the largest population and also the most progressive provinces. So I think our PTICs in China are in the right places where most economic activity and our opportunities exist. Indeed, the Chinese economy is seen to be on a fast track for recovery. They have contained the virus. People feel confident already that they can go back to work, they can travel, but within the country. And then the government also is pushing for recovery in consumption. And there is a huge potential in this, and I will discuss that later. Now, for industrial goods, as China goes up the value chain, they are working with other countries for their regional supply chain and diversification. So that is the reason why we have China still sourcing some components from neighboring countries, including the Philippines. And this is the story that we have for our electronics. If you look at our top exports, they are buying a lot of the raw materials like copper, nickel, iron ore. And so that will remain to be an important opportunity for China. The next biggest opportunity is that because of several years of high economic growth in China, there is now a large middle class. And the estimate is that there is around 400 million middle class consumers in China. And a distinct feature of these consumers is what they call consumption upgrade. They want the better things. They want higher quality things. They want convenient things. No? My colleagues in the US mentioned about healthy products. The Chinese consumers also want that. They want green products. But related to that, and this has impact also on the rules and regulations for imports, there is now a stricter implementation of safety regulations. For example, part of the concern now of China customs is in really monitoring COVID-infected frozen products, because they have detected there were recent shipments of frozen shrimp from South America and some meat from another country that was tainted with the COVID virus. So they have they are inspecting most of the frozen imports, and they will require exporters to certify that the products are COVID-free. You know? Now, together with this change in consumption is also the way people buy their products. And in China, they call it the new consumption models. No? They have concepts like new retail. And this is characterized by, as we have seen all over the world, online shopping. And more importantly, the advanced use of mobile payments. You know, in China, almost all people pay already using their mobile phones. And they have used this in a big way in almost all transactions that they do when they buy. And at the same time, because they want to experience new things, for example, in a very popular store now like Hema, this is the retail store of Alibaba. The people would go to the store to inspect the products, taste it, look at the products, and then they order it through their mobile phone and have it delivered at home. No? So that is an example of the online and offline integration. And because the people now are empowered and through their phone they can look at products from other countries, there is also a booming cross-border e-commerce. Again, this offers a lot of opportunities for us. We already have several products that are on the online e-commerce market of China, but we in PTIC China, together with some of our partners, we're looking at how we can bring more products through the mainstream online e-commerce platforms in China. The last item that I want to share about a major trend is in the area of services. China's government has said that another and the next area of growth for economic expansion is in the area of services. We think that we have much to offer to China, and our recent experience in a trade in services fair is very encouraging, and I will share more on that. So with all of these trends, our major activities in China has been to do online promotions. We have been very busy with several online promotion events this year, and we work with EMB, SITEM, and also with PhilExport in implementation of these projects. As I mentioned earlier, together with that, we are continuing our investment promotion activities to increase our capacities and also so that we can sell more to China and to other markets. Now, let me run through to you some of the major projects that we have undertaken and will undertake for the rest of the year. First, these are priority sectors that we continue to promote, especially now with COVID. For this year so far, in spite of the pandemic, the PTIC China has undertaken several promotions online for our export community. The first event we did was in July. WAGRI is a food show in Guangdong. And so we worked with about 12 companies, and through online promotions, we had a very productive participation there. Then in September, the Philippines participated in CIFTIS, the International Fair for Trade and Services. It is our first time to participate in a trade fair and services in Beijing, and I will share with you more positive news about the results of our participation there. The Food in China online B2B was another activity we did, where about 40 Philippine exporters met with several importers from the Guangdong Food Import Association. You know, this session lasted for several hours because people were brought into several Zoom meetings through online business matching. We continue to work with different groups in China in doing B2B online. Then we also were in the China International Import Expo. I will talk more about this because this is our major export promotion event in China. And last but not the least, in Hong Kong, we are organizing the AgriPro and Tech Asia, where we will also promote a lot of food products. Now let me talk about CIFTIS and CIIE. As I mentioned, CIFTIS is a major trade platform for trade and services. And for the first time, the Philippines participated through an online country pavilion. We are very happy to report that our online pavilion was ranked number 2 among the foreign cloud exhibitions. And it was also adjudged as one of the excellent booths among more than 5,000 online booths. I think this is an indication of the strong interest from China in the area of services. We were promoting animation, education, film, software, IT, engineering services, and so on. This is a major trade fair in China, as I mentioned, and we intend to continue to promote and to participate in future editions of CIFTIS. But our largest export promotion activity in China is in the China International Import Expo. This is promoted by the Chinese government, and in this expo, only foreign companies are allowed to exhibit. And this is really China's concrete manifestation that they want to open their markets and they want to reduce their trade deficits with various countries. And so the Philippines has participated here since it started in 2018. The results of our participation has been very encouraging. In the last 3 years, our sales reported from this fair has been very significant. And this year, where we had 40 exhibitors through a virtual exhibit, we are optimistic that we will continue to get very good results. Now, I'd like to highlight that nowadays, I think Mr. Aure and Serge mentioned this, that in the COVID pandemic, a lot of people are going healthy. And so one of the direct impact is that people are buying a lot of fruits, fresh fruits particularly. And you know, the Philippines is one of the largest suppliers of fresh fruits to China. If you look at this list, On the bottom, these are the approved products that we can already export to China. And they want to buy more, and so we need to plant more. On the right side, these are the newly approved products that China would like to import from the Philippines. Fresh young coconuts, frozen fruits, and even Hass avocado. In the pipeline, we have durian, specialty rice, and even mangosteen. In our dealings with many of the importers, we find really strong demand. So I think it is very important for us to start planting all of these, fruits that we can add to the supply. To secure the supply for these fruits, we see that the Chinese are also interested in seeing how they can participate in the production, in the handling, and even the trading of these products. Next slide, please. Now, in the area of investments, and just to complement that, we really think that as we want to sell more to China, we have to increase our capacities because they want to buy more. Of course, we've been working on the various leads for the industrial goods, and we're also working on how we can attract more companies to come to the Philippines. But I want to highlight that our major investment promotion event in China is the China International Fair for Investment and Trade, which happens in Xiamen in Fujian province in 8 to 11 September. For this year and for next year, the Philippines is the guest country of honor. So led by Sec Mon Lopez, we have been actively promoting various investment opportunities in the Philippines, both online and through a physical presence in Xiamen with our partners who are based in China. Next year, hopefully, when COVID will allow us to visit Xiamen, we hope that some of you can also join us there. And also in Hong Kong, we are very active in organizing what we call Trabaho, Negosyo, and Kabuhayan seminars to encourage our Kababayan OFWs to go entrepreneurship or to participate in some of our business, especially in the countryside. You know, China now is our largest trading partner, our largest export market. And so I think we have to develop more and deeper appreciation of the market. So please work with DTI, EMB, PTTC, and of course with PhilExport. Let us have more China experts so that we can pursue more opportunities in China. And we invite you to participate in our events. One practical advice that I want to share with you is that, you know, in China, social media, the standard is WeChat. We can exchange communication, we can do mobile payments, we can have a conference call just using one platform. And in fact, now when you meet people in China, after shaking hands, they say, "Can I have your WeChat?" And so this is a very practical tool, and we encourage everyone as we start to do more business with China, let us learn to use WeChat. And you can reach us by scanning these codes for PTIC Beijing, Guangzhou, Shanghai, and Hong Kong. This I end my presentation, and I hope our PhilExport members has learned a lot from what we shared today. Maraming salamat.